You're on these shows where every episode could be your last. I don't know how much you know.
As in if we're going to live another
Live and
episode.
die, yeah.
On the show, you have the phone call.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And are you
You
just
get
sitting
the
there
call.
waiting for the phone call for the last 10 years?
No, it sort of depends. Like in the early days, we were kind of like, oh, okay, this is like a theme. He's going to keep killing everyone. We're like, again, like guaranteeing our mortgages. So let's just get that straight. No, so you get a phone call from David and Dan, who are the creators of the show, and everyone starts to really dread that phone call because if you're like, oh my God, they want to take me out for dinner, and so then you know that's the kiss of death, literally.
So nobody wants to go to dinner with them.
No,
or hear
literally.
from them.
But then every time they'd ask you out for dinner, they're like, we're not trying to kill you. We just want to get dinner. We just want to like
feed you.
talk about.
Just like you.
We just want to talk about what you're. But for me, on a very real level, because I started so green and was so incredibly grateful to be employed, I just assumed that every, imposter syndrome times a million. Like I just assumed that every time I was going to read the script that I was going to be written off because I was just crap, and that they had enough, and that this time was the last time. So I was every single season, and genuinely until like the last season where you're like, oh wow,
still here.
I did the whole. That's good. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Do you ask questions? Do you ask where it's going, and how much are you then told?
They really don't give anything away.
Does that help you?
So yeah, I don't like to live season, in anything other than the season that I'm in, because with Daenerys, she really has evolved so much and she's grown so much, and every season there's something new that happens, so it does feel like a new character. I'm very, very, very lucky in that sense to have lived with the character for 10 years, but we've grown together. So I have to just deal with what I'm dealing with in the moment. But we have lots of conversations, definitely. And I think they very quickly started to write for each individual actor. But with me, I think they definitely, you start to see in the stage directions, like they're complete goofballs. So most of the stage directions are like ridiculous and very funny and like mention really rude things that I can't say.
Daenerys farts. John looks up.
Just like a lot of like in-jokes about like, and then Jon Snow's hair glistens in the sun, like we know it will, like the Pantene advert, like all that kind of nonsense. But yeah, so they started writing for us very much, and I think they knew that whatever kind of stoic sort of cold sensibilities they might be writing down, that I was going to try and bring a bit more warmth and a bit more kind of humanity to her where I possibly could. And that was always a conversation we were always having. And every season I would go off and do something else on hiatus, come back and be like, what's up? Yeah, she's gonna sit like this. This is how she's gonna, and every time they're like, that's really cute, but sit up straight and don't smile and you're not funny and let's do this. And so you have to keep kind of bringing it back into like the parameters that I myself set up.
Sure.
But just set up real young. So yeah, perfect posture being one of them.
I knew I'd made it in Hollywood when? Is there an I've arrived or a pinch me moment?
Yeah, I was at a gala event, and someone had asked me to like auction something. So we were trying to go through all the stuff, and then I couldn't auction. I was like, oh, I'll just auction a dragon, but you can't do that. So I was like, oh, I'll auction, like, come and watch your favorite episode with me, and we'll eat, a horse's heart or something. Anyway, so I have that, and I don't think about what it is until I actually get there, and I'm sitting in the room, with like every celebrity on the planet, going, I thought this would be like a private thing, like they wouldn't say it out loud. So they're saying it, and then I have to stand up, and it turns into the thing. And so the auction comes up, the room goes completely silent, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die. And then one of my friends who was on the table was like, puts his paddle up, and then suddenly some other people start to put their paddles up. And then one of those people was Brad Pitt, so that was fun. Nice. And then I went the colour I'm going right now, and it was that was a pinch me moment.
Ultimately win.
He didn't ultimately win. I know, my friend ultimately won. Go figure. But I was literally like, you can stop now.
You went after my friend.
I have to say, I was there, and there was a lot of back and forth. It was like, no, yes, no, yeah, no. I mean, it was some serious competition.
It was the most ridiculous, surreal moment of my entire existence. I never called my friends and said anything, and I was like, guys, I just want to let you know.